Good evening, fellow patrons. In today's video, we jump into the madness that is the hardcore version of the S.A.M boss fight at round 100. In my opinion, this hardcore boss fight is more challenging than battling Richtofen at round 100, is much more unpredictable, and there are a lot more threats that you have to watch out for. As always, I will have chapters throughout the video with various tips, as well as the entire boss fight for you guys to watch. Without further ado, let's start breaking down this boss fight. For your loadout, an assault rifle is essential, as you will need a smoke grenade launcher for this boss fight. I ended up using the Krieg for this match, but there are several that you could go with, including the GPR, the Cypher, the CRA Max, or the ABR. Regardless of what assault rifle you end up with, I would highly recommend a similar build to what you see on screen, long barrel and compensator. You'll be shooting S.A.M from a far distance, and the long barrel will help prevent your damage from falling off at range. The compensator drastically reduces vertical recoil, so you will be able to stay on target. For your second weapon, I would recommend a heavy hitter, preferably the DM10 or the AMR. I don't think the Maelstrom is the best choice for this boss fight, as it burns through its magazine extremely quickly before it can do significant damage to S.A.M. If you end up with the DM10, I would highly recommend this build. It is equipped to handle the hefty recoil the DM10 produces. The buffer weight stock is a game changer, as it drastically reduces the 3 types of recoil by 30% or more. The buffer stock does limit movement speed, but this doesn't really matter with this strategy, as you will be only switching to it after you deploy your smoke grenade from your assault rifle. If you end up with the AMR, I would recommend this build. Lastly, the Ether Blade is extremely convenient to have as your lethal equipment. It essentially guarantees you 3 kills every throw, it has unlimited ammo, and it comes back to you like a boomerang. For your tactical equipment, you will want to run stims for sure. There are only a few augments that I find to be essential for this boss fight. Starting with stamina, you definitely need the free faller and hard target augments equipped, because S.A.M will start launching you into the air in phase 1. You will need to free fall back to the arena as quickly as possible, and the only way to do this without downing yourself is with the free faller augment. The most dangerous attack of S.A.M's is when she continuously spins, shooting electricity orbs in all directions. The hard target augment will come in clutch in these moments, as it will mitigate the damage you take from this specific attack. I do find the extra charge augment for Ether Shroud to be essential, because S.A.M is only vulnerable for a few seconds at a time. If you were to use the extension augment when S.A.M is vulnerable, a good portion of that shroud would be wasted. The Tribologist augment from PhD Flopper will allow you to quickly switch directions if one of S.A.M's attacks starts coming your way. And lastly, the double standard augment from Double Tap will significantly increase your damage output, as most of your shots that land on S.A.M will be non-criticals. When S.A.M first enters the arena, she is vulnerable to your weapons for several seconds. I would suggest shooting her with your most powerful weapon in your loadout at this time.
After everything I did for you, all that I have shared, you turned your backs on me. No more games.
Someone's not happy.
You gave Edward everything, and
S.A.M's most common attack, where she shoots a few missiles at a time at you, is one of the attacks where she is not vulnerable. Try to gain as much distance between you and her as possible, and have your smoke grenade launcher ready to fire. One of the attacks where S.A.M is vulnerable is when she shoots her red laser along the arena floor. Shoot your smoke grenade launcher as soon as you see her start this attack. Make sure no zombies are in the smoke cloud prior to firing the grenade, or they will be able to see you and attack you. I would hold off on using your shroud at this point, as you will want to save the charges for when the arena is more chaotic and filled with more zombies. S.A.M will occasionally launch your player into the air. It is vital that you get back to the arena floor as quickly as possible. With the free faller augment, you don't even need to pull your chute. You will land on the arena floor without taking any damage. If your parachute keeps deploying, make sure to turn off the auto deployment off in settings. When descending back to the arena, try to maintain as much distance from S.A.M as possible. If your character hits her on the way down, this will result in a down. The most terrifying attack in S.A.M's arsenal is when she maneuvers to the center of the arena and then quickly pivots to spinning in random directions, shooting electricity orbs in all directions. Although she is vulnerable during this attack, you need to focus on evading her electric minefield. Hopefully you don't find yourself With her basically on top of you like I did, if she starts this attack at a distance from you, move in the opposite direction of where she is spinning. I found that climbing to higher ground helped me mitigate the damage from this attack.
What more could I have done to prove myself?
Whoops, where'd your head go?
You are dismissed.
At least there's an ABC gun. Fool me once, Nathan.
Once you take off about 25% of Sam's health, she'll leave the arena and you will be presented with a nearly impossible trial. The first trial for me was always a hold a location trial, which with amalgams on the map is basically a death sentence. I would target armored zombies from a distance in hopes you can pick up as many armored plates as possible. Losing the trial is not a big deal, you most likely will get hit with a weapon carousel which is only temporary.
You are frustratingly difficult to eradicate.
Mary and Samuel's lives are in your hands.
Going for a little sneak.
He cannot win! Get out of my sight! left me no choice. Let me see how you do with heights. I trusted you with my life. You are resilient, but not invincible.
She's toying with you. Pull yourselves together.
Keep your second charge of Ether Shroud for emergencies like this. If I did not have this charge, I would have definitely gone down.
See guy. Crap. I think it just ripped out one of my fillings. Going for a
Time
little
to
snake.
sever ties.
Bonus Tommy Max Kaboom Fire Random Max Ammo Full Power
See? Can't be hungry if you don't have a head. Problem solved.
You'll be given a second trial once Sam falls below 50% health. It will be either hold the location or critical kills. Approach this trial the same way you did the first one. Keep your distance and target armored zombies.
Max Ammo
again.
Fuck this! I'm gonna pull your plug!
I typically like saving my death machine for when I am in desperate need of inflicting damage in the last phase. At this point, I've consumed all of my gobblegums and I need to get her to where her health is low enough that I will be able to finish her off with my guns. Also, if you use the death machine in the final phase, most of Sam's armor will be off when you switch back to your weapons to finish the fight.
Did you miss me? Because I won't miss you.
Finish what's on your plate this time.
You know what they say about horseshoes and hand grenades.
It did not have to end this way.